You cannot be the bigger person if you were not allowed to be a little person. Let's get the issues out of our tissues. I'd like you to bring the palms of your hands facing up in front of you. Imagine the pain or the trauma that you would like to let go of today. How would you like to feel once we are done with this exercise? Now that we have that established, let's begin. I'd like you to come into a cross-legged position, and let's begin with a self-hug. Literally hug yourself. This is one of the most comforting things that we can do. It teaches us that no matter who is against you, and no matter whether you feel lonely, like there's no one who you can confide in, you always have yourself. And most importantly, your inner child can rely on you because you are always there. So as you give yourself this hug, imagine yourself hugging your younger self, that little girl or little boy who wanted someone to save him or her, was waiting for the day when an adult would come and take all their pain away. That little girl or little boy still lives inside of you. And most of the time when we react out of our triggers, it's that younger version of us that is triggered and reacting because they had an unmet need from all the way back then. Maybe it was kindness, maybe it was just a listening ear, maybe it was compassion, maybe the adults around them were not patient, maybe they got in trouble for making mistakes. Promise that younger version of yourself that you will never scold them or ridicule them for not being perfect, and grant the same kindness that you would to that inner child, to the version of yourself that you are today. No matter your age, no matter what you've been through, no matter if people say you should know better, you cannot be the bigger person if you were not allowed to be a little person. So the sooner we allow ourselves, the sooner we are kind enough to ourselves to treat ourselves with the kindness that we needed, the quicker we will heal. So promise yourself today that no matter what mistake and no matter what emotion, you will always respond to yourself with kindness. You will respond to yourself the way you would your best friend. Your initial reaction to your best friend making a mistake is not to say, "Why did you do that? How could you do that?" Your first reaction to your best friend is, "Don't worry, fix it together. I will support you. Now say it to yourself. I will support myself. I will be kind to myself. I love myself. It's okay for me to not be perfect. I am enough. Now take a deep breath in and take all of that in and solidify it into your body. And as you exhale, exhale and remove all the negative thoughts that you've ever had about yourself and let them go. Again, inhale all the positive affirmations and feelings and kindness that you so freely give to others. And let all that negativity that you've ever put upon yourself and taken from other people go. Now open your eyes and let go. I'd like you to join me for a little bit of a body work exercise. Very simple. I'd like you to come into a plank position. If you cannot go onto your feet, you can stay on your knees. So we'll be in this plank position, and then I'd like you to bring your right foot to the outside of your mat. And you're going to turn that foot towards the outside. You can drop your knee or you can keep it up. Whatever is easiest for you. As I always say, our hips store negative emotions. So just by keeping our knee and our foot out like this, we're helping to further release those negative emotions. You can also lift your hand and push your knee out so that you can feel that release on the opposite leg. And while you're here, you just breathe. And let's go on to the other side. You're going to slowly bring that knee and foot back in. Take it back. You can remain on your knees or you can go into plank. And let's place the left foot on the other side of the mat. You can either stay in this position or drop your knee. Then you turn your foot towards the outside. You can hold onto the knee if you like. And let's just breathe. Just imagine all those difficult memories, feelings, leaving your body, leaving your mind, leaving you stress-free, happier, lighter, and able to welcome the peace and the joy that you deserve. And once you're ready, come back into the child's pose with your knees apart. And let's just stay here for a beat or two. And just breathe. Let your body know that it is safe now. Things are going to be better from now on. The journey back to ourselves doesn't end here. As we close the video for today, I'd like you to go onto your phone, or if you prefer to write, take out your journal, and I'd like you to write or speak an apology to yourself. This was one of the most powerful things that I ever did, and I still have the recording. I did mine in 2021, and I just apologized to myself for everything that I had been through. And in the recording, I promised myself that I will never allow anyone to mistreat me ever again. That on the first sign of abuse, I'm not going to give people millions and millions of chances to mistreat me. I apologize to myself for not loving myself, for not honoring myself, for not listening to my intuition. I apologize to myself even for what other people have done to me. And ever since that day when I made the recording, things have not been the same. It changes something energetically inside of you. It helps you to say no. Whether or not you remember that you've done this recording or that you've written all of this down, something changes metaphysically. So, out of everything I've ever asked you to do, please do this one and tell me how your life changes after. I literally named it My Apology to Myself. Thank you for being here as always. I hope you've enjoyed getting these issues out of your tissues, and see you very, very soon.